I'm kind of giving you guys a little look-see inside of my life here. Show you guys kind of what my day looks like. Just got started. Trailer's in pretty decent shape, but we're gonna, as you can see right there, we're gonna get her some more clarity and get it back to shiny. But I'm gonna let you guys kind of watch along for a little while. Levi's working on this bottom rail. I'm working on the flat. So come along with me for a little while. Enjoy the show. I don't know, whatever the people say nowadays. But if I see some questions poke up, I'll try to get through to them. But as you can see, I cut the here already. Doing kind of a different pattern today because I thought this thing was going to be pretty easy because it looks nice, but there's a lot of lime and calcium and stuff on it. I can smell it while I'm polishing. I know even through my respirator, you can smell calcium and lime burning off, but I'm doing a little bit different pattern than I'm normally used to, which means I'm going to have a lot of arm pump when I go to bed tonight and I'm going to be sore. So I'm going to try to get through this entire side by lunch is my plan. So if you guys want to ride along with me for an hour or two here, let's go until you guys are sick of it. So let's roll. What's up, Alex? What's going on, buddy? Thank you, Ruben. All right, so the reason I go side to side first Because I'm trying to lay compound on, start warming the panel up. Not super cold, but I want to warm it up so that it takes the rouge better, right? So I start going this way first to lay some compound on. I want it to be wet when I go across it because I don't want to re-rouge every couple of inches, right? I want to re-rouge in multiple sections. And you saw me circle back. The reason I do that is because I don't want a bunch of spray off behind me to leave behind that you got to color over the top of, right? So, yeah. What's up, Jake? How you doing, buddy? Now, how many of you guys noticed that even though the seam is here, I lead into that next panel? The reason for that is I don't want to leave rouge back here when I go to start the next panel, right? As you can see, to go this way, you don't see any leftover rouge other than up here where I'm going to keep going forward, right? So we'll be right there. Now I'm going to come back and straighten up my lines that I don't have sideways hatch marks, right? Well, I'm glad I could answer that for you, 719. If you guys are liking what you see, hit that like button for me to help out with the algorithm, help it get some more people in here. Share these videos to your friends, do all that good stuff. But we're cutting along pretty good. We're over halfway done with this side already, and we're moving right along. So I'm just gonna let you guys kind of stick along with us here. I'm glad I could answer that question, 719. I'm not sure what that question was. Maybe it was getting past the seam, but it's cutting pretty good. Let me show you guys, bring you guys in close. You can see how clear it is. Like here, it's shiny, but it's not as clear as it could be, right? And this is just the cut. So here's where I got my final cut done. But you can see my first cut laying rouge down versus how clear it is after I get done with my straight up pass. The difference between your hash marks being sideways and straight up, right? That's the biggest difference. But I'll let you guys sit right about here and watch along as I go down this side. I'll get you in a little closer maybe. Am I at right here? Let me slide you this way. There we go. Now you guys will see the pattern a little better. That's a great question, Anthony. Every trail is different. Like this one, I don't have to sand, but I do have to two cut. I got to cut this way, and I got to cut straight up. For new polishers, I do not recommend starting with trailers. Like this takes forever to learn how to do. Like I still struggle with these sometimes, and I'm 26 years in. I'm getting better at them, but my pattern has perfected quite a bit. These flat ones are really freaking hard to do because they leave a lot of hash marks behind unless you're going to come back with an orbital. Um, this one here, we'll have this one done in 2 days. We'll end up backing it in and pulling just the truck in and getting the truck done on Friday. So we'll have the entire truck and trailer done in 3 days. But I'm going to try to get this done. If I hunker down for about 10 hours, maybe 12 or 14, I could probably get this thing done in a day if I really wanted to push hard. But doing these live videos take a little longer too. So I'll probably get this one done in about 2 days, start to finish. But we'll see. We'll see how far I get today. Maybe we'll get it all done today. What's the difference between the orange and the yellow wheel? The difference between orange wheel and yellow wheel, if you watch my video describing the airway buff, the difference is about 15% stiffer, 15 to 20% stiffer, depending on what brand of buff you're using. But most orange buffs are about 20% stiffer than a yellow. Not a dip treated yellow, but a traditional mill treated yellow. It's about 20% stiffer on the orange than it is on the yellow. Now, the reason I'm not using the orange on this is because it is nicer. I probably could get away with using the orange, but since it's nicer, I want to use the yellow because my hash marks will start off softer and they'll finish even softer yet with the white wheel. So orange wheel, deeper cut means more hash marks to fight when I go to color. So I'm starting with a yellow because it's less hash marks to fight when I go to color. And I'll get this entire side for sure cut and colored today. Probably even get the other side cut, if not cut and colored. But I don't like cutting something unless I can get it cut and colored in the same day. So, yeah, I'm gonna keep rolling with this. But yeah, that's the difference between the orange and the yellow. Only about 15 to 20% stiffer, and stiffer means more hash marks. So there's that. But once again, if those of you guys that are watching, hit that like button, share it to your friends that I'm on live. Let everybody know that I'm over here. Oh, I bet you love doing a round bottom 9 months in. That would be absolutely miserable. Um, yeah, I don't even do round bottoms. I can't stand them. They're too much work and they take up too much time to blend everything together, and I hate it. Anthony said, I use upper wheels for a 3,000 RPM buffer. I see you're using centerless buff, so those are 6,000 RPM setup. You can use centerless buff even on a 3,000 RPM if it's your personal preference. For 3,000 RPM, I use either DeWalt or Makita. I have them in my links in all my videos. But yeah, I like the Makita. It's a little lighter and a little smoother for me. But the DeWalt, a lot of people find they're more consistent for them. So you can use either one. It really doesn't matter. You couldn't pay me $1 million and it being my mom to do a pontoon boat. I hate pontoon boats. And it's not the pontoon itself. It's the owners that are attached to them. As soon as you put it in the water, it goes to shit. And everybody thinks their polish is going to last forever. And when they spend $3,000 to get their pontoons polished, they expect it to last. So unless you're going to scout tie it or Aluma wrap it or something when you're done, it's not going to stay looking nice. Just miserable. So not great. But thanks again for everybody following along, hitting that like button, sharing to your friends. I appreciate you guys. Anthony, that is a great statement right there. Um, that he just got out of polishing because no one wants to pay good money for good quality, and they want their trucks done in 8 hours. And it's hard to take pride in something that's a rough process. So I I am part of the problem for that. So you can blame me, I guess. Um, but I fully believe not everybody can see what you and I see. Not every person that gets a polish job done can see the perfection work, the amount of extra time it takes to make it really, really nice. So a lot of people are happy with shiny pits, and I do a lot of shiny pits, and that's why I get trucks done in 4 to 6 to sometimes 8 hours. Is I do a lot of shiny pit work, and I charge accordingly. If I can get the truck done in that much faster time, I don't charge them as much. And to be quite honest, that's the bulk of my business. I would say probably 85, 90% of 85% and 90% of my business is um, doing um, shiny shiny pits. So I don't do I don't have any issues doing shiny pits. If that's what they want, that's what they'll get. If you want me to full sand it and go crazy and make it a showpiece, perfect. But I talk with my customers like, this is the price for this, this is the price for that. So what are you willing to pay for? Because I will give you the quality that you're willing to pay for. I just talked about this with a polisher this morning on the phone. I'm not going to give the customer more than what they're paying for. If they don't want to pay for it, like I gave these guys a quote, they told me they're happy with my pricing. Cool, that's where I'm going to go. But I'm not going to do more than that. And I'm not going to turn this into a showpiece on the budget that they have. Now, the fuel tanker, same thing the other week. I don't do more than what they're going to pay me for. I gave them a budget. This is what I can do for this price. They're happy with that. Perfect. I'm going to do what I told them I'm going to do. Now, if you come to me and you tell me you want this, but you come in later and you expected the show quality, well, that's a different story. Like I'm going to charge you accordingly for what you're willing to pay, right? So, um, I tailor my business to what they want, plus what works good for me. So here we are. I can do a truck in 4 to 8 hours. I can do wheels in 6 minutes. They're not show wheels, but they're shiny pits, and we do a lot of shiny pits. And I don't see anything wrong with shiny pits, um, because once again, like I said, most customers can't see what we see, right? So they um they only see what they see because their eyes are different than ours. We look at this every day; they don't. So I try to gauge them and ask them what they want and what they see, and then I try to uh, try to get them what they want out of it, right? So let's get back at it. But that's a great statement. Like I said, I just talked to a polisher this morning. He's like, man, I've been doing more because I want to be happy with it when it leaves. It's not about you being happy with it when it leaves. It's about what they want and them being happy with it when it leaves. Like this isn't your trailer. I know you want to be proud of it, but if they don't want to pay the price that you want to charge, don't take the job because polishing is very physical and it beats up on you, right? And if you are going to put in more than what they're willing to pay for, you are hurting your own body and wasting your own time for something that you don't own because you want to maintain an image, right? And to me, a happy customer is my image. I don't, not that I don't care about this trailer, but I care about what the customer thinks about the trailer. If the customer's happy when he leaves, that's what I shoot for. So I'm not worried about what anybody else thinks or what any other polisher thinks of my work. I worry about what the customer thinks. Do you have or ever used coating on any polished metal essentially similar to Alcoa Dilbright? Who was that? Carter? Carter, I'm sorry, I don't. I do sell AlumaClear. I feel like it's one of the better products on the market. I know Starkite is a very good product, but I'd rather my customers just come to me to maintain than use clear coat. Um, but AlumaClear is a great company. They're great people. I know them personally. They do have a very good product. That's why we sell it. But I personally don't do it. I don't like it. Um, I feel like it hides our work. I would rather somebody just come to me and let me maintain it. That's right, TJ. Someday, hit me up, buddy. Here we go. Got that whole lower side cut. Just cut. No color. Just cut. And I started about maybe 10, 15 minutes before I popped on with live with you guys. So got maybe a little over an hour in this from here down. You can see that black line right there. And I answer a lot more in-depth questions about, how I know where to re-rouge, stuff like that in my online training course. That's available on Teachable. I have it in my links. It's not that I'm avoiding some of these questions you guys are asking, but some of them are a lot more technical and they would take, half hour, 45 minutes to answer. So answering them in a live video like this isn't very time smart, right? But Foxy said, what bar am I using? All products we use in our shop here are all Time to Shine, the number 2, Time to Shine. We developed our own product. We worked with the product company for years. When we left them, we developed our own product. I don't brag about it on our here on the channel anymore, only because I don't care what product you want to use. I use this product because I developed it and it works great for me. But this right here is the name of it, Time to Shine, right? So that is available on GoShineOn.com. But I don't care. If you want to use any of the other competitor brands, it doesn't matter to me. Use what works best for you, not what works best for me. Do I want everybody using my product? Absolutely, I do. But at the end of the day, my polishers are fine-tuned for what I believe works best. I'd like to believe that they cut faster. They have more wax in them than most other brands, so it holds up better. But that is a personal preference. Not everybody cares about that stuff. Some people want cheap and what's available local. For me, it's about, I did this entire lower part in 1 hour, all the way down. From here, all the way down in 1 hour. I can't do that with anybody else's brand. I've tried many a times, many years, can't do it. I've played with everybody's stuff over the years, everybody's buffs, everybody's compounds, everybody's liquids, and I find I get the best results with my own stuff. EJ said, Zach said, that's real. I respect that. I appreciate that, Zach. Like I said, use what works good for you. I know what we use isn't perfect for everybody else. TJ, idea for video, or maybe you've done one about stretching forearms. Ooh, yeah. So we do stretch here because these are muscles that you don't normally use for anybody else. And then you go this way to utilize what's here across the top, because those are muscles that you don't normally use doing anything else other than polishing. So if you don't stretch here and here across the top and here across the bottom, you don't use these muscles for anything else unless you're a polisher or unless you're a drummer. Most drummers utilize that same muscle that goes over the top. Getting a serenade up here. Oh, Levi, he gets into it sometimes. But yeah, so stretching those muscles. I will show proper stretches to do before polishing in the morning. I do a lot of stretches. I'm getting old. My body doesn't hold up as well as it used to, but That's a great idea. If you got my cell number, I'm pretty sure you do. Text that to me. I'll put it in my notes and I'll make a separate video just for that. So that's a great one, TJ. I appreciate that. Southern Louisiana. I think I seen one from Brazil earlier too. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. And if you're still following along, hit that like button. Like I said, it does help us out with the algorithm, helps get this out to more polishers, help more people. So if you're, I see we're up to 16 likes, 17 likes there already. I've seen it sometimes we've been peaking out, over 200 live people for a little bit there. But we've been maintaining around 100 live. So I can't believe that many people are watching me polish today, but I do appreciate it. But I'm going to climb up this scaffolding, well, flat deck, and I'm going to start going up. I will show you a few things that cable up there. I will push that above the roller to try to keep it out of the way. We do also have these wires taped. I'll be moving the tape around a little bit. Trigger muscle kills, yeah, that little grabber right there, it does get sore in your hands. But the smoother the buff, the less your hands hurt from that stuff, right? So that definitely helps. Here we go. Ooh. Sorry, you guys are going to be looking at my tail end for a while. We're going to move that wire back there so we don't get it caught in the grinder. We'll move this one over here so we don't get it caught in the grinder. So we can buff this and then move it back down. So that'll help out quite a bit. Bring you guys up so you guys can see a little better. That should work. Oh, all right. Here we go. Let's see how quick we can get this top half done in. Not that way. Thank you, Ruben. I appreciate that. I repeat, I do not care if you have a 3,000 or a 6,000 RPM. Do not use trigger lock around cables, scraps, any of that stuff. You will bind your grinder up in this cable so fast. One of the first ones I ever did, I bound my grinder up. I had trigger lock on, and it yanks you up, and I had myself about cut my hand off. So you got to be careful with these. That's why I said I put them up in the rollers. You'll see when we get forward how I tuck them in the rollers. But yeah, how's that looking down here? Thank you, Ruben. I appreciate you, buddy. Appreciate your support. Honestly, the likes are going up too. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that. So I'm gonna move this over a little bit, and I'm gonna move you guys over this way. What you making? Making polish. That's what we're making. Making a shiny trailer, I hope. You can kind of see it there. There. I think that'll be a pretty good angle for you guys. Woo, Levi, I got to turn this heat down a little bit. I'm fucking roasting. Woo-wee. I thought about it. There's about 100 people on here right now. It's pretty crazy. I can't believe it. Yeah. Yeah. No, we appreciate all you guys. I said they got to listen to you serenade us over there. You went full. You went full Armando on us. Yeah. When Armando gets here, it's mariachi music all the rest of the day. Yep. All right, here we go back to it. Yeah, it's cutting pretty nice. I had to two cut it. I had to sideways and then straight up it, but it's coming. Yeah. I thought I could just go straight up it, but I don't know what's on it, but them water spots are not great. And lime dust probably because it's kind of milky. But he's right. This back on this one isn't as nice as the one that they had on that last one. If you do orange it and then yellow it, it'll help you out. I ended up sideways cutting it and then straight up cutting it. Or you can go in like this and then straight up on it. You know what I didn't think about? You and I have never done a Polisher's Corner. We should do a podcast. Would you do one? Yeah, let's do one sometime. On this flat metal, could you stop halfway and show the spacing between your new polish line and your old polish line, the white line and polish line, like you mentioned in your other videos? Can't, because you're not going to see it real well on a phone. Once again, that's why we have the online course, because you can see it a lot better in those high def videos that we put out. But on this flat metal, could you stop halfway and show the spacing between your new polish and the old polish? I can try and do that right now because I have a black line up here. Let me show you here. So right here is the shine line. See how it's just behind here? But this is the black line. So even though the buff touched right here, it technically hasn't polished that yet. So my shine line is here. My black line is there. I hope that makes sense. And then when I re-rouge, I'll start above, I'll come back down, and I'll come below this. So I'll start back down here when I go up. But the rouge line, everybody always wants to know, like, how do you know when to re-rouge, right? And I always say when it stops cutting. Like, I don't go off of how black the line is. I go when it stops cutting, and when I see it's not doing the job I want it to do, I'll throw more rouge on. So that black line in front of you, once again, is just spray off. This black line right here is just spray off coming in front of the buff because the buff's spinning at either 3,000 or 6,000 RPM, right? So I'm not gauging this line as my buff is still wet. Like right here where I stopped, I mean, I'm above where I want to be anyways. I'm head high. And if you look down the side of this, by the time I got to the front, I was way higher than I wanted to be. But back here, I was quite a bit lower. But where I stopped here, my pad was dry and there's still a really thick black line here. So in your head, you would think that there's still rouge in the pad because it's still slinging off in front of you, but it's not. You're just picking up that little bit that's there and slinging it back in front of you. So it comes around the corner, comes around and slings back off, comes around, slings back off, comes around, slings back off, but the pad's dry. So since the pad is completely dry, I see that it's not doing the job that I want. It's leaving excess hash marks. It's not cutting the way I want it to. So I throw more rouge on real quick. But I don't know if that's the right answer that you're looking for, Ruben, but that's the answer I got. So I hope that helps you out. And I wish you guys could see this in person. That's why we do the in-person training classes, because if you could see when I stop and re-rouge how much it's cutting versus not cutting, you'd be really completely blown away by how much it's actually cutting and not cutting. You can't see it through the phone for some odd reason, but when you look at it in person, or you look at it in like the high def videos that we put on our online course on Teachable, you can see so much more in those videos. It's unbelievable because it's all high def. It's all somebody else coming in close and looking at it. We had Lauren, our media girl, come in and film them, because when I try to show you guys, I see it, but the film doesn't always see it. So she came in, videoed it, so you guys could see it, because if she was seeing it, I knew you guys were seeing it. She doesn't polish every day. So for me, it's easy to spot, easy to see. But once again, I've been doing this for 26 years. 26 years in, you should have a pretty good grasp on it. So yeah, I hope this is a good angle for you guys. I'm going to just start here and work my way towards you guys. Once I run out of room, then I'll move and we'll keep rolling. But I think we'll get done with this side here pretty shortly. We're about 2 hours into this trailer now with all the talking and stuff. So, but yeah, pressure makes a big difference. If you're light on your pressure, you better be really close, because light's going to sling off more rouge than heavy. And super heavy is going to sling off even more rouge yet, because it just burns it off. It cooks it out of there. But I use a medium heavy hand. I always tell everybody, when you're doing something flat like this, it should sound like a bad Transformers movie. It sounds silly, but when you hear it, you'll be like, oh, I get what he means. If you've seen any Transformers movie, you know exactly what that sound is. It sounds real mechanical because the buff is rattling the panels. But yeah, pretty neat for sure. So here we go. Hopefully I stay plugged in this time.
How about now?
Yeah,
Now it's got audio?
you're on now.
Here, let me see it with my earbuds in.
Yeah,
Still good even with my earbuds in?
yeah, just got
Okay, perfect. All right, sorry about that, everybody. Had to grab a phone call, so let's get back to cutting. That's what you guys are here to watch anyways, right? If you're still sticking around, hit that like button, drop some comments, share it to your friends, let everybody know that we're here, that we're cutting on live. When I go to the other side, I'll probably switch over to Instagram or Facebook Live, something like that. But for right now, I'm going to stay here on YouTube at least until we get this side done. We probably got another half hour, maybe 45 minutes before I'm done with this side. If we stop to talk for a few more times. What's going on, Cody Custer? How you doing, buddy? Looking forward to seeing you at Louisville. Oh, it's going to be a good time. Cruz, I am no king. I pretend hard, but I try my best every day, but I am far from the king. That is for sure. I'll let somebody else have that title. All right, 4 more panels over. See if I can back you guys up here a bit. Just about to that light there. Yep. Yeah, right there. I don't think you guys can see over my shoulder when I'm going though, can you? One there is the one I'm up to. Yeah, just out of the way. Bring you guys over here so you can see a little bit better. Cody says he's got a new video. I like it. Picasso. All right. Let's do the damn thing. Once again, thank you guys all for watching. I think we're at, where we at right now? Quite a few people watching this. I can't believe this many people have stuck around to watch metal polishing. But these flat sided are not easy. And yeah, they are fun. Love you too, Cody. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Atlee Yoder says your long legs and arms help you out a lot on that. Most of us would have to have a higher step stool. You're right, Atlee. A lot of people would need a higher step stool. And I'll tell you, some of the best polishers I know are tall and skinny. Um, Super muscular doesn't help you out, it doesn't seem, because you need to be able to move and control the buffer. Um, but tall and skinny means I can do bigger areas and reach more stuff with more better pressure, but that isn't necessarily a has to have. Levi's on the other side with some taller scaffold and doing the exact same thing. So it all works out in the end. You just gotta accommodate and make sure you make it work for you, however it works for you. About there. Let me see if I can get you guys a little bit different angle here. I'm right there, so let's turn it this way a little bit, get you guys back a little bit so you can see a little better. Just past that hole. All right, we should be good there. Hopefully you guys can see a little bit better this way. But yeah, we're almost to the end here. We got probably 1, 2, 3 more times of moving the ladder scaffolding, and then we'll be done with this side. So I'm hoping we'll be right at about 2 hours. So 14 minutes, I doubt it. I've been talking too much here. Let's get to it. All right. Lunchbox says always working, but I love it. Scott Jr. Love to have my truck polished by this legend right here. He's a very busy man. No time for the little guy. Listen, here's a little guy. Here's a new customer. Never met this guy before. Sorry, Scott, but I do work for everybody. Not sure what you mean by little guy, but I do 80, 90% of my work is for little guys that only have a couple fleets that are big, and less than 10% of my work is show truck work. So, not sure what that means by little guy, but little guys are what we do. I'll post up a lot of them because nobody seems to like it on the feed. I like the little guys. I like the work truck. When I post them up, nobody likes the pictures, nobody likes the videos, so we post what the people want.
We got audio now? How about now? We got audio again? We got audio back? No? Yeah, no? Yeah. So yeah, sorry. We have on average 900 trucks come through here in the course of a year. That's 900 customers. And most of them have been with us for 10 years or more. So when we do three trucks in a day, you got to think we're taking care of 3 customers in a day. Most of them are separate customers each day. But we do have some fleets that'll send 3 through a day. But our biggest fleet, one of our bigger ones that we take care of is Nelson. We did 14 in a day. If you follow our Instagram, you saw we did 14 trucks in one day. But that's what we try to do for our big fleets. We're just making shiny pits, so we'll knock out as many of them as we can in a day. But it doesn't clog up our schedule, because otherwise, if we just did that one customer, it could ruin us for the entire summer, right? But 900 customers, like I said, most of them are, I would say between 775 and 800 of those are guys that I've been dealing with for 10 years. So guys that have been with us for 10 total years already. And yeah, I like to take care of the guys that have been taking care of us. They've been through the rough years where the recession hit and things weren't great. They stuck with us through those. If you saw the documentary, you understood that. But yeah, I try to take care of the guys that take care of me. So that's why we stay busy. I keep the schedule full so my guys don't have to take days off and go on unemployment in the winter. We book big stuff like this in the winter, keep us busy and keep us overhauled through the year. But yeah, I thought I'd get done with this in 2 hours. I'm those 4 panels away from being done with this whole entire side. So don't feel bad, Scott. No hard feelings here. I understand that most people only see the show truck stuff we polish, because that's the only thing that seems to get likes on our Instagram and our Facebook and stuff. So I don't post up everything, because when I do post up the farm trucks and the work trucks, nobody likes the pictures. So that hurts the algorithm. So I don't post a lot of that stuff, but 90% of our work is just everyday road trucks, and 10% of it is show trucks and big stuff like this, big fleets. But yeah, the majority of it's just regular guys that have been coming with us. I think our oldest customer we've had and maintained has been with us for 18 of the 26 years, maybe 20 of the 26 years. I'd have to look at the exact number, but I still have a few of the guys that have been with me all 26. But most of those guys that were with me in the beginning are either dead, retired, moved out of trucking, living in Florida or something by now. You know, they're all older guys. But yeah, 4 panels left. How's it coming over there, Levi?
Good.
Good? I got 4 panels here. My last move, and then I'll be to the end before I start the front and the corners. But we might have to get the scissor lift for the front, because I forgot he polished that upper top piece, and I don't think I can even get it from that yellow scaffolding.
Which one? Oh, the top, the rack.
Yeah, we might have to go grab the scissor lift for that.
The top. Yeah.
He didn't really say he wanted it done either, though, now that I think about it. So maybe we just use the ladder and orbital it, because it is pretty nice.
Yeah, I think it'll over that.
Okay, let's just plan on that then. Let's just plan on that then. I just went through Chilton, come through there about once a week or more.
Back rear out
Dude.
here fucking is glass.
The back?
Yeah.
Or that back rear corner? Yeah? Is it nicer than my side?
It's fucking, this one's not in the light, I'm straight in the light.
Oh, I got you.
Look at that one, it's really fucking nice.
And you 2-cut it, didn't you? You oranged it and then yellowed it? Yeah. I should have done that to this side.
What's this got on it?
Just 2 cuts of yellow. Scott, I always tell people this time of year, if you're getting through Chilton once a week, if you know you got 6-8 hours to shut down and your stuff's not that bad, or if it's really nice and just needs a touch up and only needs a 3 or 4 hour polish job, shoot me some pictures and get an estimate, and then I can decide how long it's going to take us to get your truck done. And then if you're through once a week, if you got 4 to 8 hours, depending on how rough your truck is, to shut down to just get a quick polish job, a lot of times this time of year I can squeeze somebody in. And even if you get polished in the winter this time of year, as long as you keep it washed, this stuff holds up really well. So you could get a touch up this time of year and it's still going to look great until spring.
off the scaffolding.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
That would've been no good.
Almost walked right off the end. I caught an edge. You pulled me sideways.
That would have been no good.
Yeah, not at all.
there you have it. One full side. Front to back. Just the panels, but front to back. Now onto the front and the other panels on the other side, and we'll be good to go. Thank you guys for following along. Appreciate it. I know it's been 2 hours of your life. You're probably not going to get back ever again, but thank you guys for watching. Merry Christmas to you too, Greg. Hope you guys all have safe and happy holidays. Probably do a couple more lives after the holidays, but this might be one of the last ones before Christmas. So I think we got one more of these trailers coming after this one, but yeah, maybe I'll have Levi do a live video after the holidays of how to do the bottom trim work, and we'll do a video on how to do the front. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for smashing that like and commenting and sharing to all your friends. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. And hopefully we see you guys at a show somewhere nearby soon. Deuces.